Well, the president, as you've heard, expressed already from Washington in the readout from his meetings with President Abbas is, I think, feels like there's a moment in time here where we have an opportunity to advance the peace discussions between the Israelis and the Palestinians. A great deal of interest in the Arab world in this region to be supportive of that process. So I think the president's indicated he's willing to put his own personal efforts into this if the Israelis and the Palestinian leadership are ready to be serious about engaging as well. So that is going to be an important element of the visit. The president's going to be talking with Prime Minister Netanyahu about the process going forward, and he's going to certainly be talking with President Abbas about what he feels is necessary for the Palestinians to be successful in this as well. Well, I think it's really the environment and the circumstances we find in the entire region. And again, this is really what the president is trying to highlight in this trip, is I don't think there's been a time in history now for quite some time where all of the nations, the Arab nations, Israel, the United States, we're all facing this common threat. The rise of ISIS, the rise of terrorist organizations, the export of extreme views, extremism is a threat to all of us, and that is unifying, is a unifying element in and of itself. And I think it does allow countries who have had deep differences to look at the situation and realize that in many respects our threats are common. They're common to all of us. And so I think it is providing a certain perspective that's not been there in the past, where the perspective was only this is between us. Now there's a perspective that there's something larger going on out there that's affecting all of us, and we need to try to come together to address that. I think that creates a different dynamic for talks. What I think the pressure was, the president was saying to the Russian guest that day, the Foreign Minister Lavrov, is, look, I have these issues at home domestically. I'm not going to let those issues get in the way of the important work that we have to do to address the many differences that exist between the U.S. and Russia. We have serious issues that we have to address, starting with, can we even engage with one another in a positive way? Because as the president has said, the relationship's at a historic low. We have a low level of trust between one another. This is not a good situation for the two most powerful nuclear nations in the world to have. I think the president was simply saying to them, I'm not going to let the domestic issues here at home prevent us from moving forward to see if we can address these issues. It's too important to the national security of the country to put that on hold because of these issues.